is Jessii Vee, and there's probably a couple different things that you're staring at right now. The first thing is probably this brand new background behind me. It's gorgeous. And you're also probably like, Jessii, what the heck are those dots on the side of your eyes? All right, let me explain. Let me explain. So I was just doing my makeup and I got to the mascara part and I sneezed and I poked the mascara on the side of my eye, which left like a little black circle. And instead of cleaning it up, I was like, wait, maybe I should do like a black circle on this side of my eye as well. So now I have two black dots, not loving them, but I decided to just like make it a style, like just for today. Actually for the next 2 videos, because I'm filming 2 today. So if you're like, Jessii, that's weird. That looks so weird. I know. I love being weird. You never know, I may have just started a brand new trend. By next week, everyone's gonna have these things on their eyes. Okay, so because you see that we have a new background behind us right now, I'm gonna be announcing the winner of last month's Coraline background. The contest was on Twitter. I asked you guys which magical power you would like to have, and the winner is Peyton, and she said, I would choose to see ghosts. So if a family member dies in the house, I will see their spirit in the house. Wow. I feel like that would be a really cool thing to have, but also like really sad. Anyways, congratulations and thank you to everybody who entered. This month's background is like this really cool wave. I wanted to have something very bright and summery because it is summertime. It's nice and warm here in Canada. So we got a wave that looks like it's about to like engulf me. And we also have this like cool sun happening over here. So I really like this. It's very different from things that I usually have behind me, and that's why I'm liking it. So if you would like to win this one, this time the contest is over on Instagram. So go over there, follow me, and DM me any emoji that's in your favorite color. So it can literally be any emoji on your phone as long as it's your favorite color in the whole world. And then I will be announcing the winner in a few weeks. Are you still staring at these dots? I feel like you are. All right, so in today's video, we're gonna be talking about 2 retro playground games, and I know you guys know these 2 games. The first one is jump rope, and the next one is hopscotch. So we're gonna be going into the history, and then we're gonna be talking about some very creepy things that have to do with those 2 games. So let's start off with a little bit of history about playgrounds. And by the way, my audio hasn't been fixed yet, I'm so sorry. We're gonna have some echoes in here for a while. So the world's very first playgrounds ever were actually called sand gardens, and these were invented in Germany in 1885. They were basically what just looked like these very large sandboxes. There were no swings, there were no slides, it was literally just sand on the ground that kids had to play in. Imagine telling your teacher that you're bored and she's like, go sit in the sand, Timmy. That would be fun. It wasn't until the early 1900s that they started creating things like slides, ladders, steel pipes, things that you could climb. And this equipment was actually quite dangerous back then. They would have frequent accidents. Kids would just be falling off these things every single day. And the girls and boys had separate areas, so they were never allowed to actually mix together. And then obviously fast forward now, we have very modern playgrounds. Everything is like super safe. You rarely even see anything metal anymore. Most things are like plastic now. So let's get into jump rope. I know everybody watching has used a jump rope before. Jump rope originated in the Netherlands and made its way across the Atlantic in the 1600s. It's literally a piece of rope that you rotate around your body and jump at the same time. It's pretty straightforward. I remember how excited I was when I first taught myself how to use a jump rope. Like, it seems very basic, but when you're a kid and you master it, you're like, yes, I am the queen of jumping. The next day I went to school and showed off in front of everybody in the playground. And yes, I know it's not that impressive, but little Jessii thought it was. So let's talk about a very scary story that's called the Headless Jump Rope Girl. Yeah, there's a story about a little girl who went to a summer camp in the middle of the woods. The camp was built in 1923, so it was extremely old. Rumors went around that a headless ghost playing jump rope could be seen on the camp's playground after the sun went down. And she would just be out there by herself, not even blinking, just staring at anybody who was watching her. You knew she was there because you would be lying in your bed and you'd hear the tapping of the rope hitting the pavement over and over again. And And she didn't bother anyone, so it wasn't even like she was necessarily that evil. It just made people who saw her very uncomfortable, obviously. People say that she had drowned in the lake back in the 50s. So now she haunts the camp with her favorite jump rope that she had brought with her. So whenever kids went to camp, they were allowed to bring like one item with them that they would like to play with, and this headless ghost brought her jump rope. So now she's stuck with that in the afterlife. So let's move on to the jump rope paranormal game. You guys knew this one was coming. So I was looking through the comments of this story, and so many people were saying that if you go into your basement and use a jump rope after the sun goes down, she may come and join you. Apparently you have to go down there and say, Layla, come and jump with me, over and over again until she comes and joins you. And like I said before, apparently she's a very friendly, good spirit, so she's not gonna actually harm you. But let me tell you, if I see a little ghost girl playing jump rope in my basement, I am out of here. I kind of want to play this game over on my vlog channel, so we'll see. If I do, it'll be over on that channel. This really reminds me of something called Jumping Jenny. It was a creepy animatronic doll that they were selling at Party City around Halloween, and her name was literally Jumping Jenny. And yes, it's just this doll who like actually moves and plays jump rope. And I don't know about you guys, but animatronics freak me out so much. Like, dolls are scary as they are, but when they move and have batteries and just I actually kind of wanted to get this Jumping Jenny for last Halloween, but I feel like every time I'd walk past her it would freak me out so much, because obviously they have those like automatic things where if someone passes, they start moving, and I don't want her to jump near me. Another scary thing that a lot of people know about are called the jump rope children. And these kids actually used to freak me out. They're from the movie Nightmare on Elm Street. And these girls playing jump rope are frequently seen throughout these movies. And while they are jumping, they sing the adaptation of the children's nursery rhyme, 1, 2, buckle my shoe. So if you guys are familiar with Nightmare on Elm Street, there's this rhyme that goes 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab a crucifix. 9, 10, never sleep again. And that's like the known Freddy Krueger scary song. And I don't know guys, there's just something creepy about jump ropes, which sounds silly, but it's true. So now that we've talked about jump ropes, let's move on to Hopscotch, which is another game that I know you guys have played at least at some point in your life. And by the way, anytime I hear the word hopscotch, I think of that scene from The Corpse Bride, where she angrily says, "Hopscotch," to Victor and then pulls him down to the underworld. If you haven't seen that, woo, go watch it. Hopscotch is an age-old children's game based on an idea of not stepping on lines. You must hop over the line drawn on the ground, and the lines are drawn in a variety of patterns, and sometimes the spaces in the diagrams are numbered. The earliest ever recorded game of hopscotch was actually in 1677, and the game back then was actually called Scotch Hoppers. So I'm gonna tell you a story called Late Night Hopscotch. This story is about a little boy who had a really terrible home life. He had a father and a stepmother that didn't treat him very well at all. They were just very hard on him. They had so many rules in the house, and they would often threaten to not even give him dinner if he came home from school with bad marks. So at night when his parents went to bed, he climbed out his window and drew the hopscotch game on the road in front of his house using chalk. He just wanted to be out of his house doing something fun for once, and the only time he could do that was when his parents were asleep. Well, whenever he'd be playing the game, a little girl in a blue polka dot dress and curly blonde hair would walk down the road and ask to play too. So he would draw a second hopscotch game on the road beside his so she could also play along. And they actually started to become very good friends, because whenever he was outside at night, she would come on and join him. One day his parents caught him playing outside on the road. So his father angrily walked out to get him, and the boy said, "I'm sorry, Dad, I just wanted to play hopscotch with Jenny." And his father looked very confused at him because his son was pointing beside him and there was no one there. The boy started describing the girl in the polka dot dress, and the father's face went white. He was describing a little girl that had gone missing in the neighborhood 15 years prior, and the police unfortunately found her body and she had not made it out alive. So this whole time he was playing hopscotch with her spirit. And I've read that children ghosts love to play games with you. So if you ever want like a ghostly hopscotch partner, just draw an extra one beside you when the sun goes down and you never know who may join you. I was actually reading through comments and different articles online, and people have said if you draw 2 hopscotch games beside each other, you are inviting a child ghost to play with you. Should I try that as well? Oh my goodness. Anyway, so guys, those are the 2 retro playground games we're gonna be talking about today. There are obviously so many that you and I probably all know and love. So if you want me to continue this series, definitely give this video a thumbs up and let me know. I love talking about vintage and retro, really creepy things. And yeah, if you would like to win this background behind me, don't forget to enter it on my Instagram. And I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!